Let me ask you something strange. What if you've already died? Just a little? Not physically, obviously. You're sitting here, breathing. But mentally, emotionally, spiritually, have you buried parts of yourself already? Maybe it was the dream you shelved because someone laughed. The confidence you buried after one rejection. That wild part of you that used to dance, sing, create, before life told you to be realistic. See, death doesn't always arrive in a final moment. Sometimes it shows up in small ways. The no you said to yourself before the world even got a chance to say yes. The opportunities you ghosted because fear whispered, "You're not enough." The days you scroll, numb, waiting for a life you're not building. Don't die before your death. Because here's the twist. Every day you don't show up for yourself is a rehearsal for your funeral. Not your body's funeral, your soul's. And trust me, the world doesn't need another walking ghost. It needs you, the whole, messy, passionate, still figuring it out you. So revive yourself. Resurrect that dream. Call back the parts of you that got quiet, got scared, got tired. Because you're not dead yet. Today I want to talk about something more than motivation, more than success, more than dreams. I want to talk about life, your life, and more importantly, your death. Or rather, the death you suffer before you ever leave this earth. Yes, you heard me right. Don't die before your death. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a call to arms, a loud, echoing wake-up bell. Because far too many people are walking around with a heartbeat, but no pulse. Alive, but not living. Breathing, but barely feeling. Existing, but no longer thriving. And it needs to stop. Today. The quiet deaths we don't talk about. You see, death doesn't always come with sirens or hospital beds or funerals. Sometimes death comes quietly, in the form of regret, in the form of settling, in the form of procrastination, in the form of giving up on your passion because someone told you it wasn't practical. You might be 25, 35, 45, or 75. It doesn't matter. If you've given up on that thing that made your soul light up, if you've stopped showing up as you, you've died a little already. You died the day you said, "I can't," without even trying. You died the day you let fear be louder than your purpose. You died the day you decided being accepted was more important than being authentic. But here's the truth. If you're still here, then the story isn't over, and you get to rewrite it. Starting now. The world is full of ghosts. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like everyone was just going through the motions? Like people were there, but not really there? The world is full of ghosts. Not the kind in horror movies, but real ones. Ghosts of who people used to be. Or who they could have been. People who buried their creativity because someone told them art doesn't pay the bills. People who shut up in meetings because someone once laughed at their idea. People who stopped loving out loud because they were hurt once and never recovered. They walk among us, eyes open, souls closed. But here's the twist. You don't have to be one of them. You can choose to live. You can choose to feel again, try again, create again, love again. But you have to make that choice. No one can do it for you. You were born to live, not just survive. Let me ask you something. When did life become just about surviving? When did it become about checking boxes, school, job, bills, sleep, repeat? You weren't born to survive. You were born to live. To fall madly in love with something, an idea, a person, a place, a purpose. To wake up with fire in your belly. To create, to laugh, to cry, to risk, to dare. To leave behind something more than just a filled-out resume or paid-off mortgage. Listen, survival is necessary, but it's not sufficient. The human spirit craves more. It demands more. And when it doesn't get more, it starts to fade. That's the slow death I'm talking about. Don't let that happen to you. Revive yourself daily. Here's what they don't teach you in school. Living is a choice you have to make every single day. You don't just decide to live once and coast. You don't just chase your dream once and then settle. You don't just love boldly once and then shut down. Every morning you wake up, you get another shot to revive the real you, the curious you, the passionate you, the limitless you. And yes, there will be setbacks. You'll get tired. People will disappoint you. You'll question yourself. But that's not a reason to die inside. That's a reason to fight harder for your spark. Fear is not the enemy. Comfort is people think fear is what kills dreams. Nope. Fear wakes you up. Fear reminds you that something matters. The real killer? Comfort. Comfort convinces you to stay where it's safe. Comfort tells you, don't take the risk. Just stay quiet. Don't rock the boat. But let me tell you, nothing worth living for happens inside your comfort zone. Growth happens at the edge. Magic happens in the unknown. And life, the full, rich, technicolor version of it, happens when you dare to step into fear and say, let's go. So, don't avoid fear. Avoid settling. Don't die in the arms of comfort. Die trying. Legacy is not about fame. It's about fire. We talk a lot about legacy like it's this huge, untouchable thing. You think legacy is for people on magazine covers? For the billionaires and celebrities? Wrong. Legacy is for you. Legacy is the impact you make in your circle, your family, your friends, your community, your art, your work, your words, and most of all, your energy. The question isn't, what will people say about me when I die? It's, who felt more alive because I lived? That's your legacy. And you build it every day by choosing to live, not just exist. You're not too late. You're not too broken. Let me guess. Some of you are thinking, but I missed my chance. Or, I've failed too many times. Or, I'm too old, too tired, too lost. Let me tell you something. That voice is a liar. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too anything. You're here. That means your purpose is still active. Your story is still being written. And maybe the most powerful chapters are the ones that come after the fall, after the breakdown, after the failure. Because that's when you realize you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Practical ways to come alive again. Let's get real practical now. You might be inspired in this moment, but what happens tomorrow morning? Here are a few ways to make sure you don't die before your death. Move your body every day. Motion creates emotion. Walk, dance, stretch, breathe, feel, create something. Write, paint, building speak, express. Don't consume more than you create. Connect deeply. Call someone. Be vulnerable. Share your truth. Love hard. Challenge yourself. Do something that scares you. Something you're bad at. Something new. Reflect daily. Ask yourself, did I live today or just exist? Forgive quickly, yourself and others. Don't carry dead weight in your soul. Serve someone. Help. Give. Lift others. You'll feel more alive doing so. Repeat that daily, and you'll start to feel the spark again. Every time you say maybe tomorrow to your purpose, you hand a piece of your soul over to the graveyard of unfulfilled potential. The tragedy of life is not that it ends too soon, but that most people stop truly living long before their time is up. You weren't placed on this earth just to pay bills, follow routines, and disappear quietly. You were born to shake the ground with your existence. Living isn't just about staying alive. It's about being so deeply in tune with your passion that the world feels your heartbeat even when you're silent. If you've ever looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the fire you once had, it's time to resurrect the version of you that believed in miracles. The fear of failure, the pressure to conform, and the addiction to comfort are the three silent assassins that bury people before their actual burial. The world doesn't need more people who are technically alive. It needs more people who live with purpose, speak with truth, and love without apology. You weren't born to be a watered-down, half-hearted version of yourself. You were born to be fully alive in all your mess, your glory, and your passion. The voices in your head telling you to quit are just echoes of every dead dream you've already buried. Don't let them dig your grave too. Every minute spent living small is a minute robbed from the life you were meant to live boldly, unapologetically, and wildly alive. A life without risks might seem safe, but it's just a slow death wrapped in predictability and coated with regret. You don't have to know your full path yet, but you do have to keep walking, or the dust of inaction will settle on your soul like a tombstone. When your soul whispers, "This isn't who I am," listen, because that whisper is your last breath of truth, trying to save you from spiritual death. Stop waiting for a perfect moment to live your truth. Perfection is a lie, and while you wait, life is quietly slipping away. Don't die full of ideas. Don't die full of regrets. Don't die full of unspoken love. Don't die with your music still inside you. Die empty. Give this world everything you've got. Spill your soul into your days. Say what needs to be said. Do what needs to be done. Be who you were meant to be. Because life is not promised, but it is present. And as long as it's present, you are not done. So live. Loudly, fully, fiercely. Don't die before your death. Thank you